Explosives planted.
Great, sure.
Channel switched.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Codio's Summer Cup Group B match between Team Sequel and Error404, right? I'm joined tonight by Snurk and Norberto, with Coxie on the video streaming technicalities. Yeah, guys, what do you think about tonight's matchup?
Good evening. Yeah, it's an extremely interesting game here because we have like two pretty new lineups, or well, one COD2 team coming to our U Cups, and then Error404, who is pretty much could call it a mixed team, I guess. So could be a pretty even matchup here, and I don't really know what to expect actually.
Yeah, good evening everyone. I'm also not sure about what's happening, but the bash is already really exciting, so if the match will be like that, I will be happy.
Yeah, we have Tiger Gang against Yakuza. But Tiger Gang is on 1 HP, so Yakuza spits on him. And now they're both on 1 HP.
Allies win.
Yeah, and Error404 wins the bash. Yeah, so they're basically just choosing sites because the maps have to be played in a specific order.
Strat time. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, for those who don't know, you can pick the sides on the second map if you want the bash. So, but the maps have to be played in the order that is written in the rule set. Okay, so Error404 picked allies on Railyard.
Yeah, it's pretty funny here because in the chat, Sequel are saying they practiced the wrong maps today. I actually saw them on a server going through Tiger Town, but they're playing Tiger Town versus Variable Skill. And yeah, like you said, today it's really hard in Depot.
I think practice makes perfect, so it will be useful against VRB, but not today, unfortunately. On the other side, they are COD2 team and they have Stalingrad as a Rayard on COD2, so hopefully they can figure something out.
Well, I do believe as they didn't play much of Codio, some of them, I believe they didn't even play at all. I think that even that Tiger Town playing or PCWing was a good training for them, just to learn the basic like technicalities of the game. You know, how to use sprint, smokes. Error404. They are mostly older players, but we'll see how this COD2 mixed team plays against those older guys that are used to playing UO. I really don't know what to expect or what to predict in this game. I know that Sequel guys are really good in COD2. So, yeah.
I believe that the fact that they couldn't practice this map and also they have Depot today will be really unfortunate for them. Because even if they are able to play a close Rayard, They will be lost a little bit in depot.
Yeah. It would be a bit interesting here also because I think a guy like Redrum, we've seen him play quite a lot of public for last year. I don't think he got a lot of experience from cup games or ladder games or such. And I think Diego, or what's his name here? Biaga68, I guess that's Diego.
Yes.
Also don't have like a lot of cup experience from what I know.
Yes, on the other hand, he has some experience playing with those guys, Error404 guys. The cup games are always totally different than the scrims and PCWs, but at least he knows the mechanics of the games, let's say that way. On the other hand, I saw Codmeister tag from Pussy, so I would keep an eye on him from the team sequel, because if I'm correct, he has been playing already in the first Reborn Cup. So I will be curious if it's really him, or what's the situation there.
If I may add, Pussy even played Code 1 tournaments in 2020, so he's not a stranger to this game, to these mechanics, but I doubt he's... Well, because he has a team to carry, I suppose. Those guys have some experience. I mean, they have some chemistry between themselves, but in a different game. We will see if the chemistry will help them to overcome their handicap, against 404.
Yeah. Do we have any information about this team?
Well, like you mentioned already, Pussy, he also he won the Euro Cup in COD 2 on Clownbase with H2K once upon a time. So like he's a very talented player. I've heard from other guys that DevSor is now a very good COD 2 player. I don't know a lot about his history. Tiger Gang and Crip don't know very well either, but Biocore, obviously, most people who's been around in the COD 4 or COD 2 scene knows him, obviously. I myself played quite a lot against him in COD 4 when he played with Team Infused, with profile players like Revolts or Banner, and also Broken. And for those who are like really old in you, maybe I'm just talking to myself here. A guy like Broken used to play you back in the days with the name Kesso, and he played for FTW. So at least he has played with you teammates before, but in other games. So yeah, that's some bonus history there on Viacor and his career.
Oh, that's nice. But as far as I know, they are not teammates, right?
I think it's a mixed team, at least in COD 2. They don't play with each other, not all of them at least.
But they are friends, and that will help them out.
Well, let's hope so.
And what about Error404? Would you say that is their best lineup, or is it a good lineup to start the competition with, or who do you prefer on that team?
I think Dano will be a guy to watch out in this game. I think he's the kind of player that like either he can like completely pop off and dominate and like have a 30 bomb, or he is a bit more quiet. He's a bit up and down, but when he has his good days, he's very entertaining to watch because he's got an aggressive style. And I think he will be the guy to carry them this game.
I have really good experiences with Dano because we played together in the Family Cup. I also believe that he's a very talented player, but he has some PC and also internet issues, so sometimes he's up at the 200s of pings and around the 40s of FPS, so it's unpredictable with him.
So we are starting this game. Error 404 on the ally side, sequel on the Axis side. They're smoking off A tank.
Three rifles here on the Axis side and only two MP44s, a bit of a different setup.
Really aggressive start by 404.
Yes, I would say for that fast plan, their smokes were on spot. And they threw some rush nades. I'm not sure if Seiko will ever try to rush.
But Dano can make 3 guys here, and he does that. Nice trigger discipline by Dano.
Allies win.
And Yakuza finishes the job. 1-0 to Error404.
And that's a tactic we've seen poker faces, for example, use a lot the fast ledge drop instant plant, which is probably good because Sequel don't have any stop nades for a plant. I don't think so, since they didn't crack it.
Yes, exactly. The minute I saw that they are planting so fast, I also thought that they are doing it because they think they don't have any anti-plants.
And Viakor is aggressive into wood. He crossed without
With
a
the
problem,
MP40?
but he gets taken down, same as Devzer
And
Now it's a
Pussy with
3
the
on 3
rifle.
situation.
It's pushing back, so it will be hard to plant. Player, but he has some PC and also internet issues.
Yakuza
so-
takes down Crip, and now it's a 3 against 1 situation.
Allies win.
And that's a 2-0 for Error404.
Yeah,
Starting
not
this
at
game,
all unexpected. I think
Error
it's gonna take
404.
like 5 or 6 rounds before Sequel has like started to figure out how to play it. I just hope they can get like 1 or 2 rounds before that, so they don't fall behind too much in the start here.
Yeah, indeed.
I saw some counter aggression from Sequel in this round again. So
And
they
again,
have some
Viakor
idea.
crossing without a problem. Good. But yeah, gets taken down easily by Yaku. And now Dano is going for the plants. No one there to
Explosives
counter him with it. Takes down Tiger Gang. 5 against 2 situation. And now we have Crip in a 1 against 5. Takes down 1, takes down the second. 3
A
more to
beautiful
go.
shot.
Takes another one, but gets taken down by Diego.
Oh, that's unfortunate, and I think that in COD 2, if you are not aiming to the top of the body, it will still kill him. And maybe that was he was thinking about.
Yeah, as Snurk said, expected start. They're on the dominant side, Error404. Sequel have tried different approaches. Viakor rushed 2 rounds, but now I think he will have his passive mode activated. Yeah, we have
And-
2 Sequel players in the alley.
And they have made the opening.
Yeah, it
And,
was a nice shot by Devser there when Jacuzzi tried to drop down from ledge.
And Dano is rushing them.
This is the round. Their first round, it seems like. I don't want to curse them.
Yeah, Diego left in a 1v4 situation.
And he's not on the best spot either, so he's
Gets spotted.
he's spotted and tagged.
Axis win.
Really nice round there, but Devser was following him the whole round. I heard some guys that played PCW with him a few days ago said he impressed there with a good aim, and I gotta say this round he really showed it with 4 kills and a really good game sense, spraying down 1 through the smoke. Looking pretty solid from him so far.
Also, looking at Creep and the round before, the aim is there, that's for sure. I think the dynamic, because of the sprints and the usual spots. This is the Dano ping that I was talking about. 300 for a second and she's already dead.
Yeah, and Error has a guy in the no corner, and now they're planning.
Explosives planted.
1 against 4 situation for Pussy. Let's see if he can snatch something.
Allies win.
Gets one, but gets taken down easily by Red Room.
He gets an exit frag and that might be good for his confidence.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think worth mentioning also is that the allies are pretty heavy favored on this map. So I think if they can get like 4 rounds or something on Axis, they would be happy going into the allied side.
How heavily allied favor is it when two experienced teams are playing against each other?
I would say an 8-4 at least.
I would have said it before, but now my feeling is that just so many people are getting better and better at aiming. There are so many counterplays, like for example the nades. But there are so many close games in the last cups.
And actually, Sequel are pushing from B to Hangar.
Yeah,
Three
with
of
4
them.
guys.
4. Yeah, but unlucky timing for them. They get taken down pretty easily. It's 1 against 4 again. Now for Crip.
Allies win.
And he gets taken down easily.
And
Yeah.
Diego with the 4K. Maybe it's his first cup game, but he doesn't seem to care too much.
Yeah,
But
it
it's-
seemed like Sequel would get some frags when all 3 or 4 of them got into Hangar. But then just hell broke loose for them. And hell being Diego.
Oh. I just thought to myself that I'm going to follow Dalzer, and it was a good choice because he made it 2K. Two versus 4.
Yeah, Crip being able to...
Oh my god.
Damn, he hit some shots today, Debs.
That's for sure.
Axis win.
Oh, that's a nice
It's-
rifle shot as well.
And it's not just a random spray, rather than his aim is always on point and he's following really well those opponents. So nice aggression, but
Yeah,
also the aim is there.
we saw a sniper picked up this round as well from Pussy. Very different from the COD 2 sniper, that has to be said.
Which one do you prefer, COD 4 or COD U sniper?
The COD U sniper is for some reason the only sniper I ever been able to handle. Which is funny because it's the worst sniper in any game.
Is it worse than the COD one?
I think so, considering there's smoke and sprint here, which makes it harder to hit the shots.
Yeah, that's true.
And let me just say that all the Sequel players turned to B plant, and now we have Razak planting A.
Explosives
In the
planted.
meantime, Dano and Razak turned from B to A. They rotated. And with... Yeah, and Razak's taken down 2. Now it's a 1 against 3 situation for them. We know what he can do. But he's still stuck at the B plant, so Yakuza playing with him.
Allies win.
And gets taken down. So yeah, this was a nice round for Error. They seemed to go for a quick B push, but then they decided to rotate in mid round, and it worked out perfectly because all the Sequel guys turned to B, and they left A plant pretty much opened. So GG for Error.
And as an experienced Rayard player, what do you guys think about the setup that the Russians are doing?
I believe it's pretty sloppy because Viper managed to go to wood several times without even like sprinting or without smoke. So I don't think Error really prepared much for this.
Ooh, important battle here around Hotel. Oh, Crip shutting it down. Yeah, to connect to your earlier discussion there, I totally agree that they're letting through the cross way too easily. What I like about the Error404 setup is they have Red Room as a dedicated camper holding B, which means they can have 4 players focusing completely on A without having to worry about their backs. That's a tactic that I like to play. Yeah. So
And again, Viper in wood, untouched, and even takes down Yakuza. Yakuza wasn't aware of him.
that's very surprising since the tank isn't even strong.
Yeah, but they saw him crossing. It's like they didn't communicate it well. Yeah, now Crip taking down the B player.
Axis
Ying also
win.
falling down, and this is 4th round for sequel.
Is it possible to sign Devzer now that he played the game?
You're the admin, you should know.
I'm just joking, but he's really good, and I'm really surprised because this is the first time I see him playing. I heard some rumors that he's good, but he's proving himself.
Indeed.
And again, we have 2 sequel players going to B. Maybe they're gonna push to hangar. Red Room ready for them. Dana taking down. Holding off
Explosives
Axis player.
allies win.
Yeah, pretty convincing run by Error404.
It's a balanced performance from them, and it's a really one-sided or maybe two-sided performance from the team sequel. So if their best players are dying soon or early in the round, then they have not really too much chance so far.
Yeah, indeed. So it's 7-4 for Error. Let's see if Snurk's predicting 8-4. But Devzer with a nice 2k, preventing those rushers. Let me say again, Viaker full health in wood, crossed without a problem.
Axis win.
Devzer just knows when to push and when to hold back, and also this team was not really sure how to respond those times when the nades and the smokes were really good by the Error404, and they were aggressive on the plant. But after winning some rounds, Error404, I feel like they just started to go for the frags rather first than the plant. So on those rounds, then they had an early plant. I think they won it all. And whenever they had some sloppy smokes and they could just spray through them, then devs were just fragged them.
Yeah, but I think it's really strange way that Viaker could manage to cross every round untouched to wood without any smoke, or with slopey smokes, you know, that you could see easily through them. And most of the time, Yakuza wasn't aware in that ledge room area. He wasn't aware of Viaker coming to hunt him. Well, let's see how they defend.
4 guys is going from the woods and the ledge area.
We have Yaku on the spawn with the sniper, just watching the ledge.
Crip was just walking out without any dynamic movements, and he got punished.
Yeah, I think this is again the time that SQL needs to like feel a bit of the map. So it will pass 2 or 3 rounds before they know what they're doing. And now Diego getting aggressive. Went into MG, now it's a 1v5 situation for Viaker.
Axis win.
Yeah, an easy clean sheet for Error404.
Seven five is surprising and it's a really good result, but do they know how to take advantage of it? I feel like they will play it really slowly, and Error404 will be aggressive on the German side.
Now it's 4 guys for tank hole instead.
They felt that something was not working and they're trying to switch it up immediately, so they are not waiting just too many rounds.
And now we have Viper on the plant. Let's see if he can manage the plant. But Diego takes him down.
And there was no refrag, he was just next to him.
Tiger Gang with a late refrag.
He has no HP and he will be pushed.
Kuzia with a sloppy anti-plant, but it works since he was low on HP. Now it's a
Explosives
2v2
planted.
situation. Dano has a smoke for retake, same as Red Room. And Red Room punishes Pussy, if he wasn't aware. Now Creepy in a 1v2 situation.
And it seemed like a tag, but it didn't connect.
Yeah, Red Room needs to
Yeah,
go
that's
for it.
diffusing, so
Yeah, nice. Well played by Error, guys. Nice retake.
Yeah, I think we didn't see a lot of Red Room in the ally side since he was pretty much only holding a tight angle in their backs. But here he proved himself with a good aim there on the long range MP44 shots.
he has the highest ping on the server on average, but sometimes Dano just pops up with a 300.
Oh. We have 2 snipers.
Yeah, I saw that.
2 snipers in the area. Interesting. Now it's 2 against 4 situation. And 1 against 4. Nice unscored by Pussy. He can deal more damage.
Axis win.
And he's gonna get sprayed down by Razak. Another pretty easy round for Error.
Yeah, Sequel had a really good start in the really good Axis side, let's say that way. I was surprised, but they don't know how to use the so-called easier side. I feel like if somebody would have just told them what to expect and maybe just show them 1 or 2 nades, that's all, and smokes, they would be able to win some rounds.
Yeah, like show them what is important, you know, and what to focus on.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Razak doesn't do much damage, even though he crossed easily into wood. And now the simple guys are gonna go for the plant. We have Diego trying to be aggressive, but Yakuza team kills him. 3 against 3 situation. Red Room still passive on that B side. Now it's a 1v3 situation for Crip. Yaku gets spotted, but gets the info at least.
They had the opening, but they don't seem to know how to use it. Red Ram is really patient. But maybe in this situation his teammate would need help. Now he's pushing.
Yeah, I think the other teammates that are dead should give him some more info.
Nice
Yeah,
shot.
and it's a 1v1 situation.
It's an 8, my friend.
Prepare your name for Red Room.
Oh, pistol. Can I clutch this one with 3?
Allies
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Very
Very well
played.
played by Crip.
Yeah.
He was good with the car already, but maybe it wasn't his weapon.
Yeah, he seems to really like the rifles. I think what the sequel are struggling with is getting the plant down. They tried to stick it on the first attempt almost every time, and Jaco has been able to nade them 2 rounds now. And the 404 guys are they're pushing the plant around the tank. So, oh, this is a nice push into Widden, completely shutting down the allied attack here.
So these tiny details that I'm telling, when somebody could have just tell them in like 3 minutes what to expect, is to hold the pushers, and if it's smoked, then just expect them to push. Because Error404 is just pushing without any troubles each and every round.
Now we have Devser in a 1v4 situation.
Yeah, he was a little bit more quiet on this allied side.
Yeah, I think he haven't had a frag yet on allied.
I think you are right.
Axis win.
I think too, he finished with 17 on the axis. MP44 he feels really well, and that's a good sign for the rest of the competition.
Yeah, it's 11-6 for the Error guys. Pretty expected, I might say.
I would say, yeah, it's expected, but the way it went, that they were only able to have an allied 75, that was surprising for me.
Yeah. And that they're doing so bad on the LA side, but that was expected since they don't know how to use those perks that usually people are pretty familiar with.
Now they're faking out the plant, that's perfect. Nade's gone.
And once again they have the mana advantage, it's just a matter of how they use it. Now it's 4v4,
Explosives planted.
but they have the plant down and now they have the advantage again.
All Error players have a smoke for the retake. Red gets spotted, so he won't be of any. But yeah, it helps them with distracting Crip. Now Dano takes down Devzer and Red Room finishes the job, and they're able to defuse. I do believe they will have time to do it.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a
Axis
good retake
win.
there. Once they got the only player left on the outside, so to say, they could box them in pretty nicely in tank hole. And with the smokes as well, it would have been extremely hard to kill a diffuser with 2 Mosins.
Yeah, Tiger Gang was in front of Ruins, and I like that after plant aggression, but after that there was a 3v3 situation Where Pussy was still staying outside at the boxes, and he was an easy frag for Dano. They think
And,
it's a B, I think.
Yeah, a big aggression. Pussy taking down Red Room.
Pussy is the only one who pushed B, but two of the Error404 guys fall back. Now it's a time to push again. A. And now Error
Explosives
switch
planted.
back, but the plant is down.
And it's a 1 against 4 situation for Crypt. And this time he won't be able to clutch.
They are playing so much rifle. And they are just being
Axis
pushed because they are not holding the right crosses, or they are just smoked. And in the close combat, it's an easy for the more experienced Error404 players.
Yeah, it's like after they get down the plant, they don't really know what to do with the after plant situation. They don't know that they can rely on the ladder room or the wood. They just, you know, try to take on them in plain sight.
But also picking the fights are really important, and as long as you are with the rifle, you should try to have these long distance combats. But Error404 is really good at getting close to the opponent. They got a little overexcited, and then he tried to apologize. I think he was typing.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably
sorry.
sorry or something. Dano will try to defend. Gets spotted now. Takes the plunder down.
Axis win.
Falls up on Pussy. He was rushing him with the rifle.
Exactly, that's what I meant in the beginning of the round.
I have to say, I think it's a cut 2 thing that you rush with the rifle and get like lucky tags, or I should say skilled tags. But in Code UO, it's not the same. You know, like the hitboxes are not the same, and it's not as easy to hit those unscoped close combat shots.
And I
Yes.
think in COD 2, but correct me if I'm wrong, the one tag is most of the times enough.
I don't remember. I played Code 2 in 2006 for a brief time. Not really the experts in the game. Now we have a 3 against 3 situation. Red Room staying passive. On that B side, now he's gonna push in. Yakuza with the sniper in noob corner. Really aggressive.
Allies
And
win.
Devzer finally got himself an MP44. But there are only 3 rounds left to play with.
Yeah, they kind of need, well, all of them, but at least 1 or 2 of them.
And they needed all of them to keep it competitive, because I don't believe that Depot is gonna be any different. Maybe it will, because Depot is not a map that you usually play on PCWs, and you can't find rail yards in PCWs, you know.
Depot is also a bit easier to get like access control. This is more of a rush map, and Depot is more of a control map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a do or die moment for Team Sequel. But on the other hand, without having any experience in Depot, will they know which are the most important areas to hold?
Yeah, it's going to be similar to rail yard, I believe.
They have a lot of game experience, FPS wise, so they will know to defend the plants, of course. But do they know how to? The opponent can sneak on the two sides of the map.
Yeah, map knowledge.
Explosives.
However, it seems like to be around for Team Sequel. And that's
Yeah.
with this MP44 again.
Yeah,
Allies win.
4K.
again.
It's just unbelievable how good he is.
But Pussy takes down Crip.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think in COD 2 you can team kill after the round is ended, just like in VCOD.
Well, they now know.
Actually, in this cup now, when the timer is there, when you see the clock, you can't team kill anymore, but until then you can still.
Happy push coming in, everything from 404. Oh no, they backed down.
PPSH was there, and also Devzer with the MP44.
Yeah, for some reason only two guys pushed and the other guys remained back. I think to be successful in a push like this, you need the whole team to be on it. But yeah, Diego taking three back. Makes it a 2 against 3. Dano being aggressive towards MG. Text Devzer. But Creep is slowly slicking. He gets spotted by Diego though.
But Devzer have some moves. I'm pretty sure he played VCOD for a long time.
And here we can see
Win.
nice shot by Dano. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, I saw his spray before that also. He whiffed like 29 bullets, then get a lucky headshot at 30th.
Yeah, indeed. But then at the end he had a really nice rifle shot to end the round.
Yes.
So now we enter the last round of this map.
I think Sequel had quite a lot of like close rounds on Allied side. They were just able to win them.
Yeah, and then now Error are pushing really fast. But they're ready for it. Sequel are ready for it. Viaker takes down Yakuza, but Diego with a nice 2K takes down their best player. Dano with a follow-up on Biker. Now it's a 1 against 3 situation for Crip again. He already managed to take one clutch, but this time it's not gonna happen. And this is 16-8 for Error404.
Yeah.
Good half.
Those two last rounds were actually looking like sequel rounds, but Diego played so well from the A tank to deny them.
Yeah, he was kind of a problem for them because it was always like a 3 against 5 situation, and then Diego with a quick 2K, 3K, just restoring the balance.
Devzer with 24k maybe in total, and he was top fragging, that's for sure. It was impressive for me.
And now they get to start German also, which is a good thing.
Yeah, but then again, I think that they will need at least 3-4 rounds to get the feel of the map, to see what other guys are doing and try to adapt. So it's not gonna be an easy task since they already have 16 rounds.
And
under
I
the
feel
belt.
like they had a good Axis side. That's the reason why they picked Axis this time. But maybe they will surprise us. And they were just baiting. They are the UO experts.
Yeah, maybe Yo Depot is their home map.
We will see.
think if they want to play rifle, there are good spots on this map for it. Both the north and south side, you got this long distances where you can, if you know where to position yourself, you can make good use of them. But what we saw on Railer was that normally like 3 or 4 of them like to go with rifle, and that is not at all viable on depot because you gotta have those sprays inside A.
Exactly. And also, for example, if you go with a rifle to the north, you have to know exactly the timings because you can peek in the beginning of the rounds, but after some time, they will be on top of their house and they will peek you, and it's an easy kill then.
Yeah. But I think the meta has been playing with rifles in the north. At least almost all the games we have played, we faced guys like Nana or Frank or I think Vinard before that in Fragby. So a lot of teams choose to go with the rifle to the north.
Yeah, it depends on your spot. You can play it and you can play it really well. Depends on your style. It's a strong weapon if you know how to use. That's what I mean. But it's also not an easy spot.
Yeah, that's true.
And many little holes that you can see through around all of those trains. And also those windows that are halfly open on the houses. So the map knowledge will be a huge factor.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I
Tiger
agree.
game.
If I was Error404, I would be playing of those cards for sure. Map knowledge. There's so many little details that you can abuse against someone who didn't play this map at all. So
What I would say if I were in the TeamSpeak of Error404 just to push and plant as fast as possible because that was working in Rayab. If they will be playing a lot of rifles, they won't be able to retake.
Yeah.
or they will lose time trying to find error players scattered in corners.
I dare to say that, for example, if you would push in the first round just the top of the house, the top A, nobody would hold across. But who knows? Because they have some VCOD players and they had some VCOD history, for example, Devzer. So they might know some things about Depot.
Yeah, Viaker also played. I played actually Viaker in VCOD 2005 or 6. So he also played VCOD. I think Pussy played.
They sometimes still play, I think.
Yeah. So they're not new to the map, but they're new to the UO version of it, which is a lot more complex.
Yeah,
Because you
so
have these new buildings, new openings, new passages, so new windows to check. It's really difficult to adapt. You haven't really been playing this map.
I really enjoy this version, the UO version of it. I feel like in VCOD that I'm hopeless on the Allied side. It's not easy in the UO version, don't get me wrong, but I feel just hopeless on VCOD.
Yeah, you have less room to maneuver.
Yeah, it's more predictable because you don't have too many
Yeah.
ways to go.
You don't have smokes.
And also you don't have so many buildings open. So it's limited where the Allied can come and attack you.
Yeah, it's more predictable. That's true.
So what do you guys think it's the most important factors as an axis, because it's an axis-sided map? What do you have to win those rounds?
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of success lately on Depot especially last Cup versus Darkfall there in the group stage. I mean, what we tried to do then, I guess, was to at least get good control on South, because I feel that's a spot that you like to abuse as allies, because it's quite easy to sneak through there with smokes and stuff. But it felt like we got overran a bit, like everywhere on the map, and when you start falling and you're like only 4 or 3 left to defend, there is so many entries to hold.
Yeah, so many gaps to check.
Yeah, so you kind of want to like be 5 alive as long as you can.
And what's your strategy in the ally then? If you go to south, it's a fight, that's for sure. Somebody will be holding it, and it's always a close fight. So you have some
To adapt.
initiatives to open up the game. But what
Yeah.
do you do after that?
I think roof control is one of the strongest things for allies, to get control of the A top.
Yeah, exactly, I agree. If a German with an MP454 is 8 up, it's almost impossible to plan.
So we're finally getting started here.
Yeah, let's see if Team Sequel can come back. What are your prediction, guys?
I think we can see a pretty close. I think they might actually win this half because it's so favored on Axis. I hope so. So we get to see an allied side as well.
What was the end score? 15-9 or
16-8.
16-8? Yeah, then I would say that we will see sequel on Allied.
And actually, devs are with an entry, but Error404 guys really taking down the sequel against devs. And now it's already a 3 against 1 situation. Again, Crip in the clutch. Takes one down. Spots the other. And actually takes him down. And now it's a 1v1 situation.
They heard the other guy, but he don't seem to realize that.
Yeah, Dano playing it pretty passively. And now he doesn't know where he is anymore.
It's a good rotation by Creep.
It's gonna be all about timing here.
He has a minute though.
Now they're gonna face.
And now, oh, that
Also,
was
the
close.
plant is sometimes silent, so he has to be careful with it.
Yeah, you have certain audio blind spots, you know, on this map.
Like this one.
Explosives planted.
This was the example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is
now
it because
it's
the boxes are in the way?
And also the walls. Maybe
What's it?
too
Taxi
many
now.
walls.
Then on 1 HP.
Allies win.
Unfortunate. Good effort there by Crip.
Yeah.
Again, almost a 1v3.
Yeah, Dano was pretty lucky to survive that rifle shot.
Good effort, but not an ideal start for them on the Axis side. I would like to see their setup. They play one north.
I think they didn't really have proper roof control there, so they could sneak through suicide to A2.
I wouldn't even say they sneaked, they just rushed into it.
Yeah,
Easy kill for Azahon Tovaker. Now it's a 4 against 3, so the holes become more stressful to cover. There's a really nice shot on Yakuza, but Dano trades him immediately.
Explosives planted.
We have a B plant by Red Room. That spots now. Crip takes him down. Now it's Tiger Gang in a 1 against 2 situation. And if I can say, Tiger Gang looks like someone who really never touched the game. So he has a lot of trouble figuring out.
Allies win.
Yeah, it was a tiger sandwich.
As we said, like almost identical to Railiard, SQL guys need some time to fill out the map, see what Error is doing. Most of them, it's the first time playing this map, so. And Razahonto, Tiger Gang.
Beautiful spot net, but it didn't make any damage.
And Randrum is really aggressive. But doesn't spot anyone. Well, nevertheless, the Error guys are pounding SQL pretty hard.
Explosives planted.
But Seagull seems to enjoy themselves, and they have a good spirit about it, so that's always good to see.
Dano starting off pretty hardcore with a 6-0. Yeah, and it's a 3-0 to Error on the difficult sides. Diego into pussy.
They are just rushing. They are everywhere, they are on top of A.
And devs are actually finding some pretty nice spots, but doesn't have the support from the team. Again, a 3 against 2 situation
Explosives
for the
planted.
Error guys.
Viacor was making an adventure in the opponent's building, just like I did in the Lord of the Nights ring. Night.
Allies win.
And Red Room finishes the job.
Yeah, this is more one-sided than we had hoped for, but I guess like in the end this is a bit harder map if you don't know how to hold it. Railroad is more straightforward and not so many entries, but here if you fall 1 or 2 early, it's good night.
Yeah. As we said before, there are so many spots to cover. And if you don't have any map knowledge, this is pretty difficult to hold.
I think like now there's no one holding A almost, or Tiger Gang.
A Tiger Gang with 2k. Viacor just laughing it off. And Tiger Gang actually gets taken down. Now it's all on to Crip. We know what he can do. What's one?
Allies win.
Yeah, Diego with an aggressive push spray. Takes him down.
And Raza with a similar config. I think I've seen this pinned before.
A
Lime
teammate
hacks?
of yours?
Maybe yes.
Lime hacks? I'm sorry, warp lime? Lime warp? Warp hacks? Okay, so it's 5 against... No, sorry, 5-0. For Error. Dano being aggressive towards north. Gets tagged, but finishes the job, nonetheless.
Ew, that's
Oops.
unfortunate.
That happens to everyone who ever played Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tigers don't fly.
That would be a sick animal, though.
Explosives planted.
2v2. 2v1.
But it's Devzer this time to clutch it out. Spots Dano. And I guess spots Razak too, but Razak gets immediately passive. And now the hunt is on. One
It's on.
against one.
But he doesn't seem to be aware where Raza is. Now he is.
Yeah, Razak with bad trigger discipline,
Allies win.
but still finishes the job.
If he would have realized where Raza was, he would have reloaded his weapon, I think.
Now it's a question if Team Sequel will win at least one round on this side after what we've seen. And Razak has some pretty sick nades, I might say.
Do you
I have
play
to
the
spectate and steal those.
sniper on this map, Snark?
It has happened, but it's not a very good weapon.
Um,
I sometimes hold north with sniper. On allies, I think it's absolutely horrible.
I feel like so. But Yakuza likes to do it. Oh,
And Dano too.
it's Dana, yeah.
And now it's Dano, 1 against 4.
Axis win.
And they're on the board.
Welcome sequel guys to the board.
$22-9 overall, yeah. Comeback is real.
Hashtag comeback is real. I think Error guys need 2 more rounds to win. Correct?
Three
Three
more rounds, I think.
Dano with the entry onto Viker.
My prediction was that we are going to see sequel guys on Allied,
Explosives
but
planted.
it might not happening.
Again, Error
Allies win.
knows that they can do it just rushing. Because Sequel don't know where they can expect them. Because they can come from the roof, they can come from the alley, north, south, hangar, warehouse, everywhere.
Yeah. I think I'm very interested to see sequel play, like for example Harbor and Carrington, some simpler maps.
Yeah,
And
that is not like different from Code 2. For example, Carrington is not a lot different than Code 2.
And I see they got a pretty simple opponent when they play Harbor and Carrington as well.
Diego with a nice 2K. And we're gonna see a 3K, and that's a really nice 3K by Diego.
I'm in position.
Yeah, what more we can say, guys? Looks pretty bleak for sequel.
Yeah, game match point right now.
I have some good and bad news from Team Sequel. They are in the group of death. Maybe that's the bad news. But everyone is going to play in the playoffs, so they need to just practice.
Yeah, for sure. This group stage is like a big practice on all the maps for them. I think that will be very important for them to learn some of these maps. So not that like one game makes you a professional on it, but better than before this game at least.
Let's see if Diego this time 1-4
Axis win.
manages to take down one, but then gets traded immediately by Tiger Gang.
I hope you Snark are making some screenshots before the quick quit and disconnect.
Excel.
Yeah. Let's see.
The Excel sheets are dusted off, I presume.
They are updated from yesterday. So.
Look at that. He's a fast worker. The Redrum is just rushing without caring anything. He's making so much sounds, but nobody's in near, and he's already on the spawn.
Yeah, but Redrum is already on B plant. He managed to sneak without being noticed.
Yeah, and he's going to plant also. Or maybe now he's going for the back of the Axis side. But he's loud again and he got spotted.
But they don't seem aware of that.
I think Creep heard them and saw them.
Yeah, they could have planted like thousands of times, but they went for the fragging.
Axis win.
And the second match point is denied.
We might actually see allies.
Yeah. Let's go, Sipo.
One more round. Let's see if they can survive another match point.
And they have been practicing already Tiger Town and Germantown, so...
And all the
Wait.
error guys are trying to go via roof. Yeah, they're doing a small ally push, but they all missed the plank that connects the roofs.
Sorry.
What is
Redrum with
happening?
some team tagging.
Yeah, I think error guys are just now rushing and having fun.
Spray and spray.
Yeah, Imperial style.
Interesting spots here with the sequel getting control of the allied hangar. But the
Extended
B is
spots
going
now,
down.
one. But it's a B plan, so
And Devzer is putting those numbers around a kill per round is pretty decent for somebody who's not playing with this game.
oh, nice retake by sequel.
Yeah, they wanted
After
to
all,
try
we're
out.
gonna see the ally side.
They wanted to try out those allied weapons. I'm not sure how they're gonna like them.
They're not really like Katu, where British side is played a bit at least.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of Lee Enfelds.
Yep.
Yeah. And those
What do you think of that gun?
Garans and Thompsons are really good in COD too, and British has it. I love Bren, and Liam Field is a little bit, seems like it's with a delay, I would say, but it's also a good weapon. I like it.
Well, some people say it shoots curved bullets. You know, it doesn't curve.
That's how I feel as well.
Yeah, I don't know. On good days, you can really deal some damage with the Lee Enfield. Like for example, Linewax, your teammate, knows how to use that weapon pretty good, I might say.
I think it's an accurate weapon. It's not so hard to use, but this delay thing that makes this curve.
Yeah. So yeah, we are seeing a lot of rifles again. Grip with a lean files, Tiger with a lean files,
That was a really sniper.
Sniper, Fighter. Oh, I agree with this 10.
But he got shots to that. Tried to sneak. It just didn't work out. And Grip hears somebody's around, but he doesn't know where.
And actually,
Nice
it's
shot.
2 against 2.
Yeah, there was some good cooperation between the two guys. They spotted one person. But I'm not sure if they were aware of the fact that he was cornered there.
Yeah, I don't know why they are saving the nades, actually. I think with an Imperial nade, nicely cooked, they can at least lower the increase of the Axis players.
The Imperial Nade is incoming.
Now, can Devzer save his team for the round?
Axis win.
He can't. That's GG. Error wins with what is it? 25 to
To 12.
12?
12,
yeah. I don't know if the guys are aware of it. They're continuing
It
to
doesn't
play.
seem like.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
they just play for
Why
fun.
not? Yeah. But no one wrote anything like GG's play till the end, nothing. Maybe they're not sure of the rounds they take very
Or maybe it was 59. I'm not sure now.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
maybe
time.
we are wrong. Oh, now we have a 2 against 1 for sequel.
They seem to be better in this highlight side.
It's funny how they play the harder side better.
Yeah, maybe that's their thing. On the playoffs, they will start to play the easier sides too. Yeah, because they have the 1v1.
Allies win.
Oh, and actually Tiger takes him down with 1 HP.
Yeah, Tiger was just walking around that he didn't even know somebody was near. But he managed to bring it home.
And we have 2 sequel players going to the roof. Mostly going straight forward to that south area, but Red Room takes him down with ease. Oh, nice. We can see some cooking. I like it.
Axis win.
And this is the height advantage. If you are on top of A, it's really hard to get the plant down. It's harder to shoot from below to the top of A. Then it's really easy to shoot down. You have the better weapon also. Red Rum is liking this map, it seems like.
Razak with a hardcore push, really aggressive to south. He gets backed up by other Error players. And they're just now taking sequel guys apart one by one. This leaves Firecur in a 1 against 5, takes one down, but he will get jumped pretty soon, I believe.
Axis win.
And Red Room takes him down. Ease.
I think we'll see more of Wycor later in the cup when he got a bit more used to the game style and the guns here. He's a talented player in many different titles, so I don't see why he couldn't do damage here in EU as well.
Yeah, I think all the sequel guys just need a bit of, like PCWing to get used to those maps, to get used to the mechanics, and that they'll be a much more harder opponent to beat. They just need a little bit more experience, and that's it. This is a pretty hard match for them.
It depends on their ambition.
Yeah.
Maybe the closest game they will have is VRB. I haven't checked the maps that they are going to play against each other, but I think that's Tigertown and Germantown.
Yeah, it is.
Axis win.
The maps that they really practiced.
Yes.
Phantom maps.
Practice makes perfect, so they know which game to focus on, it seems like. And by the way, Snark, do you have any information about the other games that are starting at the same time?
Yeah, I'm trying to look here on the stream of Wallace. I think they just started deep, but then it looks like FRS are winning the Axis side, but I have no idea what score was on Railyard.
I think VRB won with Rayard. That's my information.
And Yakuza actually gets attacked by his own teammate Nate, and Tiger Gun with a nice 2k.
Yeah, Tiger Gang is feeling it.
Yet it's like Tiger Gang started playing on this ally side on default.
I'm already curious what he will do in Tiger Town. It's his town.
Axis win. I'm just curious, what will they say on the VRB match? Maybe they will practice Rayan.
We'll see what they do to VRB.
But they seem like a fun team and they are enjoying themselves. And they had run some really nice rounds. They can be really proud of, especially Creep with that 1v3 maybe.
Yeah, it was a 1v3.
And that's they're just with that MP44.
And now it's Devzer, 1 against 4. Full health. So that's a start. But he gets spotted.
And also pushed.
Axis win.
And Diego gets in his face. Yeah, it seems they want to finish the map.
And 5 more runs to go. They were complaining that they couldn't play the whole map, so
Tiger Gang with a really nice nade. He almost killed 2 guys. Yakuza left with 1 HP.
And the red drum too. But again, the fall kill. I guess one advice for UviGear is to stay in the ground.
Pussy left in a 1v3 situation. Difficult for him.
But he was flanked also by Baba Yaga. And who's your MVP, guys? Can you pick somebody from Error404? Because I feel like it was a team effort.
Yeah, it was. But if we had to pick one, I think Diego had some really nice kills on Railyard, and I think he topped Strider in the end. Doing well here as well on T-Pit.
Yeah, if I'm correct, then he was top fragging together with Dapser.
Yeah, I would agree on Diego. He was quick to turn some rounds around when it was looking pretty bad for Error. With a couple of multi-kills. Yeah, but yeah, it was a team effort. Now devs are again in a 1v4. Spots Yaku. And decks him. Ah, no, that was Red Room. My mistake.
Axis win.
Yeah, and Yaku is there to finish the job. Yeah, you can see from the Error guys' scores that they are pretty even. Pretty balanced. No names that like carry or fall back behind. Oh, that devs are with a nice 2k. Let's see if he can get more. Spots another one on their own hangar. But yeah, Creep takes down Razak, and now it's a 5 against 2 situation. Red Room taking one back. Dana with a follow-up on Tiger Gang. 3 against 2 situation. With Dana covering A plant and Red Room in that office area, trying to prevent them to go to B. Biker gets spotted, same as Devser, and now it's turned all the way around into a 1 against 2 situation for Crip.
Yeah, but Dano has Red Ram has some ping issues or had.
Yeah, but Crip is on 1 HP, and with a lean filed, it's going to be really difficult for him with small map knowledge that he accumulated during those rounds to be able to clutch this down. But he can do it. If someone can, it's him. Slowly progressing towards B plant. But Dano is onto him, and it's gonna be a really easy kill. But yeah, actually Dano gets stacked by Crip. And now they're just gonna play with him. Let the time.
Explosives planted.
Yeah.
Nice timing by Dana.
Guter Schuss. Danke.
Interestingly, both teams are going to play VRB and Team FRS in the phase 1 and the rest matches.
Axis wins.
I think both VRB matches against these two teams will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, for sure. This is like the what do you call it? Like the bottom teams that we suspect right now, at least. But it's good to get some good placements in the groups, at least.
Exactly, because it will be important for them who to play on the playoffs and how long that run will be.
Dana with a nice deployable MG on the north roof.
Yeah.
Free the MG.
I love me some MG for action.
I mean, it's not a too bad spot, but I don't see it as a new meta.
No, but it's a fun weapon to use. And now again, Devazer in a 1 against 4 situation takes one down, but the other 3 just crush him down.
So, last round is coming. What are the biggest learnings from this match? For me, it's definitely Devzer, who's really decent, so to say.
I think Devazer for sure, but we can see Tiger Gang was getting really warmed up.
And also Crit is good on Rayan.
But I think they just need more experience, more playing time, more map knowledge, you know. So they can do so much better, I believe, after a few PCWs.
And what do you predict for their games against VRB? Because I think for Error404 it will highly depend on the lineup.
You mean Error against VRB?
Yeah.
Axis win.
Yeah, sure. I think it's gonna be a lineup thing.
I think VRB is they improved since last cup, so I think I would see them as slight favorites if this is the same lineup from 404.
Yeah, I also feel like that VRB is the most improved team since the last cup. But it's also a mention about that they had a lot of room to improve, so
Yeah, well, they played a lot recently. It looks like they really want to become better. You know, that they didn't like just quit the game or stop trying. So they're really developing in those terms. You know.
yeah, and they were always playing like a team, a whole team together. So I feel like I said it during the drawing that they seem to be friends outside of the game, and I think it will be really make a big mark on their team play, how they fight for each other.
Yeah. Well, I hope they can snatch some rounds against
Alright.
FRS. I mean against FRS. You know.
Final thoughts of the game. Sorry to interrupt. Of this one.
Well, I think also we touched quite a lot upon sequel here, since they were the newcomers that we wanted to have a look at. But I think also well played too, or Error404. I think overall score-wise they did a bit better than I had expected. tactically. A few things that could be tweaked, as we saw on Rayliard, for example, just making sure you hold across as allies, a simple thing like that. I think if they can polish their game, they will. I mean, they will probably gonna try and fight for a top 4 spot, even though people maybe don't expect them to get top 4 in the groups. I guess that will have to be their goal with this group stage.